My last morning in Carabel was so foggy. These kayakers were out in the fog. I then went to the airport and the next day arrived in Pennsylvania to my sister's house. One of the things that I enjoy doing with my brother-in-law is checking out the birds that he uh, gets to come into his bird feeders. It's so much fun. They're so pretty, and there are so many varieties. Hello. I'm back home in Pennsylvania. It was a bit of a long trip. It took about 24 hours. Everything was fine in Tallahassee. Got my flight to Charlotte, no problem. Get to Charlotte, that flight's delayed. So I go to the counter and say, I'm gonna miss my connection. What should I do? And they told me, deal with it in Pittsburgh. So I get to Pittsburgh. By the way, I had the nicest seatmate on this plane. He was so interested in RV living and he subscribed to my YouTube channel on the spot. Such a nice dude. Anyway, I get to Pittsburgh. I've definitely missed my connection. So I go and I find a ticket agent. She was so nice to me. She gave me a voucher for a hotel, a voucher for a meal the next morning. Sorry about the road noise. Then I caught the shuttle. The weather was so bad. It was so bad. It was going to be the shuttle driver's last run of the night because it was so bad. It was snowing so hard, and every time his windshield wipers flicked, it was crunchy. So it was definitely icing, and weather was doing some bad stuff. But made it to the Sheridan at about 12:30 p.m. a.m. I've been on the road since noon at this point. 12-hour day, not too bad. Basically went to bed, got up, got the shuttle back to the airport. Road noise. When I get to the airport and check in, the woman there says, "Oh honey, you wouldn't have made it out last night anyway. They canceled all the flights." So I finally make it to the little regional airport, and when we landed, I went straight to the restroom, and my sister and brother-in-law said they just announced that they had canceled the flight back to Pittsburgh because of weather. So I'm lucky I made it here. I was 2 hours late because of a delay, but I'm here. I'm in Pennsylvania, sitting on the porch, smoking a cigar. I'm not allowed to smoke in the garage anymore. My sister had some dining room chairs in there that were like fabric, and she wanted to take some pictures of them to sell on Facebook Marketplace, but they smelled like cigar smoke. So I'm not allowed to smoke in the garage anymore. So maybe the cold weather here will lessen my cigar breaks. I guess we'll see. Anyway, that was my trip from Tallahassee to the small regional airport outside of Pittsburgh. So yeah, but it was too bad for Julie and her husband to drive down to get me, and American Airlines was putting me up, so I wouldn't have wanted them on the road, especially when I saw what the road was like on the shuttle from the airport over to the Sheridan. So everything worked out. I am here. They're currently getting groceries. So I'm just waiting for them to get back, and then we're gonna have some Miller's hoagie, which if you've been away from home for a long time, you know exactly what I mean, I think, when I say there's some things you can only get at home. It cannot be recreated. And I'm definitely ready for my hoagie. This year, my sister did a Snoopy-themed Christmas. She alternates traditional Christmas and Snoopy every other year. So while they were grocery shopping, it was a good time to show you how cute her Snoopy decorations are. She really takes a lot of pride in decorating her home and really making it festive. And everything Snoopy she has is just so darn cute. It's just adorable. So here are some of my sister's holiday decorations. Happy New Year. It has been snowing since I got here. It is so cold. There were nights in Florida I thought were cold, but they were not like 14 degrees cold. But I'm happy to be home, and Happy New Year.